Next, we have Joanne McCall representing the FEA.
Good morning.
You're recognized.
Thank you. My name is Joanne McCall, Vice President of the Florida Education Association, but I'm also here as a speech-language pathologist, so thank you, Chair Fresen, for mentioning my profession over and over. And I spent 20 years working in the public schools, working with students with disabilities. I know this is a multifaceted bill with the voucher program and as well as the disabilities, and I want to focus a little bit more on the disability part. We believe that the state and the school districts have an obligation to be sure that the parents are aware of the services available to their children in the public schools under IDEA. I urge that you add a provision to ensure that the DOE or the local school district inform parents considering this program sufficient information on the services available so that they may make fully informed decisions for their student. We are equally concerned about the requirements that public schools and their IEP teams will be required to provide IEPs for children they have never seen and then monitor their progress yearly without interaction and observation of that student. IEPs are federally prescribed process, and districts are responsible for following very specific guidelines. Developing an IEP requires assessing students in all areas of their related disability, considering how the disability affects their students' learning, forming goals and objectives that correspond to the needs of the student, and then placing that student in the least restrictive environment. And that is the most important piece. A child's IEP is a fluid document that is monitored on a regular basis in a public school setting and coordinated with all professionals that provide services: speech, OT, PT, the regular classroom teachers. Districts cannot be expected to ensure IEPs in accordance with IDEA and monitor the integrity of the services when they are not involved in the delivery of those services. It's kind of like evaluating a teacher on students they never taught. And we also believe that this legislation is a giant step backward for all students. Educating children with disabilities alongside their non-disabled peers fosters understanding and tolerance and better prepares students of all abilities to function far beyond the classroom walls. The education community has worked long and hard to make sure that people with severe disabilities are recognized and provide them the opportunity to succeed in a regular learning environment. While we have concerns about the personal learning accounts for children with disabilities, I have to say, as a teacher who taught disabled students daily, that this attempt to salvage the expansion of the CTC voucher program by attaching it to this bill is disingenuous to the public and to those of us who have dedicated our lives to serving disabled students. And one final point, if we're going to combine previously unrelated concepts today, then how about if we put two concepts together that always seem to get left out? How about choice and accountability in the same bill? Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.